Can you tell us, Eddie, what it was that convinced you to leave that beautiful view of Table Mountain and come to England? What was it?
Being an Australian, we've always considered England to be the mother country, particularly my age group. So when the opportunity came to coach England in rugby, it was almost a no-brainer. It was like taking another step up. You could see they had great players, but there was just something a little bit missing.
Can you remember your emotions, or maybe you can talk that very first day when you maybe walked up to the stadium as England head coach, you arrive here, and you've been here many times before, but clearly never in that position.
I met Ian Ritchie at a hotel not far from here. We had a good chat, and then walking into Twickenham, yeah, it was a humbling experience. You look at this ground, it's one of the greatest rugby stadiums in the world, so to have the opportunity to lead a team out on this ground is very humbling.
Eddie, you set out your stall immediately on the first day. Why did you feel it was important to do that on day one?
Well, I think it's important everyone understands where we're aiming for. You know, if we don't get there, there's no shame in that, because we're going to do everything we can to get there, and if we're not good enough, we're not good enough. It's hard to be number one in the world. You know, if it was easy, every team would do it. It takes pain, it takes extraordinary preparation to do it. The tendency in England is wanting to be comfortable. Striving to be number one's not comfortable.
Can you tell us about the challenges you had and maybe why you picked Dylan literally at the start as the guy to lead England?
Well, it wasn't a difficult decision. We needed to find someone who probably was more similar to me in terms of personality, that could mimic what I wanted on the field. Dylan wants to win. Probably didn't have a great understanding of how to win, but he's grown, he's got enormous respect from the players. He's prepared to put himself out to be a winner, and we needed someone like that who could lead from the front.
It must have been good to get training underway very, very quickly after the appointment. What was your initial assessment of the squad?
Very poor. You know, I couldn't believe it. You know, I thought when I'd coach England that immediately they'd be much better than the Japanese side, and I thought their fitness was just so poor. You know, after 20 minutes, the team was shot. They couldn't train any longer. But then I was pleasantly surprised after 4 weeks how quickly the players adapted to the new training regime, how quickly their mindset was changing. And I thought, you know, this team has got so much potential. The main thing I have to do is get them to believe that they've got the potential to be the number one team in the world, because, you know, the players were performing well under where they should have been.
So no world-class players here, but there will be in 4 years' time. Where are we now, Eddie?
Potentially we've probably got 3 guys knocking on the door. So there's a world-class locker downstairs and 3 of them knocking on the door. In another 2 years, hopefully 5 of the players will be inside that locker room. And it means if they're the best in the world, then every game they play, they're competing at an 8 out of 10.
Just look at the depth of England rugby as well. Are you seeing these young guys coming in who have potential to be those best players in the world?
I think there's a lot of good players here, but they lack competitive desire. You know, I say that very clearly. They lack the desire to work hard to be the best. And the challenge for those young players coming through is when they want to make the right choices and work hard and work on their rugby. Our job is to make these players absolutely competitive every minute of the day. We were fatigued. You know, I could tell on the Thursday that we weren't physically ready to play. The mental application in that test was just absolutely first class.